What's going on, YouTube? My name is Sammy. Thanks for watching my third video on my channel. So today, I really honestly, I'm just, like I told you before, I'm just going with the flow. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna speak on today, but I'm gonna just speak on whatever I have on my mind. So um, I want to speak about the importance of the importance of men having of men being there for their families, or men being actively involved in their kids' life, and even marriage, I guess. So before, when I first started with my wife, when I first got married, I was terrible. I did things that I don't even know how she's still, how she's still with me to this day. But as I got older, because I got married young at the end of the day, I was 18 when I got married. So as I got older, and me and her became even closer, we became more best friends, I guess you could say, because it got to, your marriage has to lay on a strong foundation, and if you don't have a strong foundation, hence friendship, then it's not gonna really last. So once we actually built that and made it solid, we was able to grow together in a different way than we was before. So we went through a lot of things, a lot of trials and stuff like that, and I learned a lot about marriage. I learned a lot about relationship. I learned a lot about even myself and how to deal with my own emotions, and how to actually deal with having a wife. Because this is the first time. I mean, when you get married, and if you're a first time person, a first time, I guess, husband, a first time husband, you don't really know how to handle your wife, because if it's not the same as having a girlfriend. It's not the same as having a friend or something like that, co-worker. It's not the same relationship. So you can't really deal with the situations the same way that you could have if you just had a girlfriend. And I didn't know that. Like, I didn't really know how to deal with certain things. So I had to learn as I went. So I think that I don't want to get too much into the topic of marriage, because this is not a marriage video. This is, I guess it's a video of like men being there for their kids. The reason why I think it's important is because kids need to see, and I'm not talking about men and women being separated, living out separately, but you're still there for your kid. That's cool, but it's not the same when your kid is actually there, when you're there physically involved with the mother of your kid, and you actually giving them giving them stability in their home. It's not the same. So I think that me I figured that once we got pregnant and had our child, our first son, I guess you could say. That's when it got to me, and I said, damn. That's when it got to me, and I said, I gotta decide what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna stay with this woman, or am I gonna you know do what everybody else does? So at that point, that's when I started changing up the way that I acted, and I got my act together. I know I take these breaks because I usually do these videos when I smoke cigars anyway. So I know I take these breaks, but at the end of the day, I'm a cigar smoker. So anytime that you see me, I'm probably gonna be smoking a cigar. So it is what it is. Um, Today, I honestly, this is a off topic, but today I wasn't really gonna make a video, but I had things to do. I was running around all over the place, and right now it was like almost 6:30 in the afternoon already, in the evening. So I wasn't gonna make a video, but I figured, what, I started this. I'm not gonna slack and stuff. So I just ended up making a video anyway. That's why you see me in this sweatshirt and stuff. I'm comfortable. I'm home comfortable. Um. So anyway, back to my point. It's not the same. I take pride in saying that I take pride in saying that I take my kids to school every day. I take pride in saying that my kids know that I'm, even if, let's say for instance, even if in the weekends, if they wake up and I'm sleeping in, at least they know that their father is sleeping. So they have access to me. You feel me? Like, whether there's an emergency or whatever, they have access to me, which is what I value the most. That I need them to have access to me. Um, at the end of the day, to me, I value that more than anything. So, which is the reason that brings me to the topic of Gomez Dispense, right? The business that my channel is technically really about, right? Which is my ATM business. So what pushed me to getting into that business, which I really never spoke about. I actually should make a video about that, because honestly, I want to make this channel about a general, like as general as possible. I don't want to stick to be glued to one topic and not like that. So that's why I tell you, I'm just going with the flow. But so what pushed me to actually getting started with my business and doing it is the fact that, like I said, I value being there, being at home, not just being a lazy, lazy guy, staying, sleeping in all day long and not doing nothing. I value my kids having access to me, whether that be me working like this, but they're right there. Actually, my middle child is right now looking at me as I'm recording. So, um, at least they have access to me. So, if something was to happen, at least I'm right here. So I'm not saying, for me that's what works. So whether that's that, or whether I was doing Uber not too long ago, I was doing Uber, and I'm on the road. So that means if anything happens, I'm just one phone call away, and I could just come. Because an emergency happened, and I don't want to get too much into that. An emergency happened with my wife, where that changed the whole narrative of how I look at my role in the situation. Like I don't want to go into a 9 to 5 type of thing and have to lock in and basically, like, I have no choice, but I can't answer the phone. I can't, like, I need a, I'm a I'm a father, I'm a husband first, before I guess you could say, before I'm an employee, before I work for anybody, before anything, I gotta take care of my family. So that's what changed the whole situation. Happened where I had to rush, I had to leave my job, I had to rush my wife to the hospital and all that stuff. And at that moment, I quit the job and I said, nah, at that point, I had to change the way that I looked at things. So that's what motivated me to actually getting started with the business and actually, going all in with it. Because I've always known I wanted to do it, but I just didn't have the motivation, the why, the WHY, what hurts me, what hurts you. So I just feared that something would go wrong and I wasn't here. So I had to do what I had to do. And so like I said, I value that more than anything. And I think that men, for the most part, should figure out what they value the most, whether that be, I'm a big believer in that a man's job is not just a job, it's your dignity. It's the dignity, like, you get up in the morning and you go to work. You working to provide for your family. So it's not just a job. It's not just a job that you just take it and you blow it at the strip club. You use that job to provide and take care for your family. So it's your dignity. Without your job, as a man, what are you? Because we don't breastfeed. We don't give birth. We don't get pregnant. So like, most of us don't cook. Most of us don't clean. I know I sure don't. So I don't do those things. So it's like, I like cleaning, but aside from that, I don't cook, I don't get pregnant, in other words, I don't have a reason to stay home. So if anybody in my relationship got to go to work, that'd be me. And I don't have the patience to deal with my kids anyway. Like, I deal with them, but I don't want to deal with them full time, not at all. In the middle of the night when when one of them need to wake up and need a milk or something like that, like, I'm not the one. Your mom, she's on call. So I don't want that job. To me, that's harder than me having to clock in or running a business or anything like that. So I think that a man's job is simple. It's just get up and go get the bread, bring the loaf home. That's it. Like, we just gotta go get the bread. So, but at the end of the day, like I said, I feel like a man being there for their son specifically, but for the kids, period, or for their family, generally. I think that that's more important that's more important, that we as people should value that more when you see your husband or your man doing something, but he's actually, you have access to him 24 hours. I think that that's important, because your kids, is important for your kids to know that you are doing what you got to do, to provide and taking care of them, whatever. But at the end of the day, they still have access to you directly. They don't have to go through a manager. They don't have to call you and you have to ask permission if you can go. Like, you don't take, nah. I don't think that, I think that if you have kids, you should have, and your kids should have, always direct access to each other. You shouldn't have to ask nobody for permission to go see your kids, or your kids have to go see you. None of that. That's to me, that's unacceptable. So so that's what it is. And I don't know. Yeah. So like I said, now this is my oldest. She just came over here. Yeah. Well, until the next video. I hope y'all like this video. I hope y'all share it to anybody who needs to hear it. This is really a video generally for guys, but and like I said, I didn't know exactly what I was gonna speak about. But I figured I had to speak about something because and I ain't have no notes, no nothing. It's just off, I'm just talking from my head. But I had to speak about something because again, I didn't want to go one day without making a video when I just started. So I hope y'all like the video. Hit the thumbs up if y'all do. Leave me comments. Leave me some suggestions on what I should speak about next. Share the video to anybody that you think might like it, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and hit that hit the bell so that when I post these videos, which I'm doing them on a daily, y'all could get the notification and be the first ones to see it. So I hope to see you soon, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time.